Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to this Friday edition of FSU Weather. It was a gorgeous day today, wasn't it?
It was really gorgeous. The sun was out. There's not that many clouds outside.
Couple nice passing clouds. It was really nice. I took a picture of the SLC courtyard for the show today, actually, to throw in because they're having movies there tonight. So we'll tell you more about that later in the show.
But this nice weather will not continue as we get on to the weekend. We will have a bunch of storms coming our way by Saturday, so your umbrella is going to be your best friend for the weekend.
Especially if you're planning on going out to the Springtime Tallahassee Parade. The parade is still on for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, but if you're planning on going to the art markets in the chain of parks, those have been canceled due to the concerns about wind and lightning.
Yeah, so just keep up to date for the parade. I'm sure it's going to change because we are definitely going to get rain.
Yeah, the rain is mostly for later in the day, so they are hopeful to keep the parade going in the morning so that all the hard work to put it together doesn't go to complete waste. For that, especially because a lot of kids look forward to the Springtime Tallahassee Parade every year. I remember growing up here that was a highlight of the spring for toddler me.
But we'll have that forecast for you later in the show, so stay in tune for that. We'll also have another one coming in on Monday, another storm system coming in.
There's lots of rain in the forecast for the early part of the week for this show. We'll have the 7-day. Later on, though, if you stay tuned, right now we're going to send it out to Jennifer for the overview.
Yeah, what we'll be talking about tonight during the show is the potential for severe weather heading in throughout Saturday. We do have a slight risk of severe weather for Tallahassee, even up through Charleston, South Carolina. Most of North Florida, though, will be under this slight chance of severe weather, so this will include some high winds associated with the storm system that will make its way on through. But we do have their southerly flow of winds, which is really fueling the storm system. 14 miles per hour here in Tallahassee, which just means that we're just being surged with all this Gulf moisture that will be fueling the storm system heading throughout Saturday, especially Saturday afternoon is when we'll definitely see the potential for some severe weather. Tonight's forecast, though, here for the Big Bend region is fairly comfortable. We'll be sitting around 60 degrees for Tallahassee, Monticello, and Quincy. 56 degrees for Valdosta is the cool spot on the map, but along the coast with that southerly flow of warm Gulf moisture, they're seeing 63 for St. Mark's as well as 67 for Apalachicola. So overall, temperatures will be comfortable heading throughout the overnight hours, but tomorrow will be another story. For tonight's show, though, we will be giving you the thunderstorm chances for tomorrow afternoon, especially tomorrow afternoon. Rain possible throughout Sunday and into Tuesday as well, but it will be a beautiful end to the week next week. Thursday and Friday are looking for some really good days, but I'm actually going to send things over to the lab with Sarah for a trivia.
Thanks, Jennifer. So if you stay tuned to the show, on Thursday we had this question, which was, what year was the last confirmed tornado in Leon County, Florida? Which is a really nice question to ask since we are been seeing a lot of storms coming our way and severe weather. So if you went on Twitter and posted your answer, I'm going to reveal the answer, and it is drumroll. 2015. So if you posted 2015, you were correct, so congratulations. So also make sure you stay up to date with Twitter for next Thursday. We'll have a new question. Maybe it might be related to severe weather, so make sure to keep up to date with Twitter and post your poll. It's always cool to guess. I love games. But for now, we're going to send it over to Margaret with our first local.
Thanks, Sarah. We're going to take a look at today's high temperatures to start off because it was a gorgeous day today. We almost reached 80 here in Tallahassee. 79 degrees was our daytime high today. Quincy and Bainbridge and Thomasville and Valdosta all broke 80. Perry right at that 80-degree mark there for today's high temperature. So it was a warm day across the Big Bend, but it wasn't too hot. It was quite nice. Currently here in Tallahassee, we've already started cooling down. 77 under mostly sunny skies. We've got those couple of passing clouds like this photograph here shows just the passing clouds, nice sunny skies, and the 77 does feel nice because we have a brisk wind out of the south, 14 miles per hour. Current temperatures around the rest of the Big Bend have also started to cool down a bit. Perry already down to 78 there. Apalachicola trying to break down into the 60s, 72 degrees right now. Those winds that I mentioned coming out of the south, nice brisk winds, 14-mile-an-hour winds here in Tallahassee as well as in Thomasville and Bainbridge. Those strong winds bringing in Gulf moisture, which will feed into the thunderstorms that we're expecting to see tomorrow. And there's winds all across the southeast coming out of the south, feeding into the cold front that will be making its way across the southeast overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. The shower activity for Tallahassee isn't expected to get here till the afternoon, and you can really see the front with the winds and the temperature here, and it's going to move quite quickly for a front out of our way by Sunday morning, so it's going to be out of our hair before it gets too late into the day. And so by Sunday morning, winds out of the north bringing nice cool temperatures for a beautiful, gorgeous Sunday. Tonight's weather, 61 degrees, will be increasing clouds, and if you're up around sunrise, that chance of rain starts to creep up as the front approaches. Winds out of the south, 10 miles per hour for tonight. For tomorrow, getting up to around 75 degrees, there will be thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, so do be aware of that if you're heading outside for things like springtime Tallahassee or just to get outside. If you have outdoor plans for the morning, like going to the parade, those should be okay, but we want to make sure everyone's aware of the thunderstorms for any afternoon plans. For the next 7 days, rain chances for Saturday up to 90%, focusing again on the afternoon. Sunday, late evening, has a slight chance of some rain. Monday and Tuesday, though, we're expecting another front to move through the area, which is why we've got 50% rain chances both of those days. The timing is still being decided upon with some other factors playing into that. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the rain clears out and it's a nice warm end to the work week next week. And I'm looking forward to that. It looks really nice, doesn't it, Jennifer?
And as we take a look at what's going on in the southeast, we can definitely see what the storm system is doing right now in the Mississippi River Valley area. Places like northern Louisiana, even parts of Mississippi and Texas are seeing an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms heading throughout the overnight hours, so they will see some damaging winds associated with this storm system. And because these southerly flows with the winds, it's definitely fueling the storm system heading throughout tonight. But as we take a look at the radar, we can just see this just blob of storms. But this is a storm system that is producing some enhanced risk for these areas as we head on throughout the overnight hours. But for the southeast, we are keeping temperatures at dew points in the comfortable range for some areas, but oppressive in other areas, where especially where the rain is, basically in the 60s for most areas over the rain chances. But here in Tallahassee and most of the southeast, it is in a comfortable zone, mid-50s for some areas, even heading into the 60s for Miami. So they're feeling the humidity down in South Florida. As these winds are coming out of the south, they are fueling the storm system ahead of tomorrow, which will mean that we will have some slight chance of storms for tomorrow afternoon for Tallahassee area and North Florida in general. But these southerly winds are increasing the humidity levels for most areas, which is making it feel a little bit more humid outside. Forecasted winds, though, are keeping the storm system in this pattern of just coming straight to the southeast for us, which will mean some slight chances of storms, especially with this southerly flow. And temperature gradients are showing the blue area is where the colder temperatures are, while the red is the warmer temperatures, which means that we will have some cooler temperatures tomorrow after the storm, heading into Sunday after the storm system makes its way on through. But overall, this storm system will pass through, and by Sunday afternoon it will be over central Florida, which will mean that Tallahassee Sunday afternoon will be quite a good day to head outside, as the temperatures will be fairly comfortable with that northerly wind giving us a bit of a cool down heading into tomorrow. But the rain forecast expected for tomorrow, we will see Tallahassee is in the blue, which means that we will see enhanced rain chances for tomorrow, which means that some areas could see some flooding with the storm system. Depends on how fast the storm system moves on through. For tonight, though, it will be another comfortable night. 60 degrees for Tallahassee, as well as 62 for Jacksonville and 65 for Orlando. But the cool spot is our Little Rock, Arkansas, 34 degrees. Because that cold front will be making its way on through, we actually will see temperatures shifting. For tomorrow, we will see temperatures cooler for some areas, including areas like Little Rock, Arkansas and Jackson, Mississippi. They're going to stay around the 50-degree range, while some areas of North Florida will be around 75 degrees with the rain chances heading on throughout the afternoon and even into the evening hours for some areas. But take a look at South Florida. They're going to stay hot throughout much of the later evening hours. 87 degrees for Miami's afternoon high, so temperatures will be ramping up throughout the evening hours as this storm system will be making its way through tomorrow, which means that Tallahassee, 75 degrees, though that may look quite nice, it's actually going to give us, we're going to see a lot more rain with this storm system.
I was looking at that 87 for Miami, and I'm like, that's too hot for April.
That's like around May, end of May
yeah, you
temperatures.
shouldn't be seeing those sort of temperatures till May.
Yeah.
But they're seeing it in April.
So we're actually going to give you some severe storm lingo, some of the terminology that we used for severe weather outbreaks.
Yeah. So some of the terms that you might hear us throwing around here when we get into severe weather, and it's active severe weather while we're on air, are terms like supercell and severe thunderstorm. Yeah,
so a supercell is basically a larger thunderstorm where they typically have it is a severe thunderstorm, but it's most commonly formed in as a mesocyclone.
And a mesocyclone is when the air going up into the cloud is rotating as well as it goes up, and these are the sort of storms that can produce tornadoes. When that rotation gets strong enough, it sometimes also produces a tornado. Is the strength of that mesocyclone causes the cloud to form a funnel cloud and come down, and when it reaches the ground, it's a tornado.
Yes, and actually a tornado is definitely defined as that, a rotating column of air which stretches from the base of a thunderstorm or supercell down to the base floor, down to the ground level, and you actually see dust and debris particles
depending on how strong it is.
And it can cause significant damage for some businesses and homes.
But not every supercell is going to produce a tornado. Others will just produce hail or very strong winds, and those will get a severe thunderstorm warning on them to signify that it's got hail that's at least 3/4 of an inch large, or winds that are around 60 miles an hour or stronger.
Yeah, and we're actually, now that we've given you some of the lingo and some of the terminology that we use, we're actually going to send things over to the wall with Sarah for a look at the national.
Thanks, guys. So we're seeing a lot of blue in the national area. It's because of that cold front really bringing in these cold air masses, really pushing itself in, making itself known really in the west area, and it's slowly going to move into the southeast as we get into the weekend. For right now, the southeast is still a little bit on the warmer side. For the national radar, there is that front right there that's going to really be pushing in this cold air mass into the southeast region. And because of the cooler temperatures, we're actually going to see some snow over by Colorado and Nebraska and Kansas. So they're seeing a lot of that snow from those cooler temperatures that are really pushing their way into the region, which is shown in these temperature chains. Denver is at 39. Their temperatures are really dropping as that the cold front is really forcing its way into the area. Satellite radar, there's that snow that's sitting over by Colorado, Nebraska area, really bringing a lot of snow. That's going to be really the big picture of what's going to be coming to us later on in the week. It's going to start forming and slowly move into our area. But right now, for the southeast, it's this cold front right here. That's really going to be a big picture for the southeast. Really going to bring a lot of rain and some severe weather threat, as Jennifer was talking about in that SPC outlook. And it's going to be moving into the area into the weekend, which you can see in these forecast winds. There's that cold front. It's slowly going to move into their area, really pushing this blue, this cooler temperature into the west, into the southeast. So our temperatures will start to cool down, which is shown in tonight's forecast. All this blue. It's all blue. It's really forcing its way almost all the way down into Texas, South Texas. So they're going to be seeing some cooler temperatures at 39 down there in Texas. But right now we're still going to be seeing a little bit on the average side temperatures, which we won't really see that cooler temperature until we get into tomorrow. There's where you see that blue starting to creep its way into the southeast. Memphis at 47. Tallahassee still waiting for that cold front at 75, so that's slowly going to bring through into our area, and also behind the front, as we're going to see another frontal system start pushing in that cold air. It's just going to be pushing and pushing that cold air into. But for South Florida, they're still seeing those warmer temperatures, and back in California, also seeing those warm temperatures. They're not really seeing those cooler temperatures, but for the rest of the West, really seeing that cool temperature, that cold front's really making sure that it's made itself known. But for now, I'm going to give it over to Jennifer with our local of Tallahassee.
Yeah, and as we see current temperatures right now across the Big Bend region, it was a beautiful afternoon to head outside. 77 degrees right now here in Tallahassee, 79 in Thomasville, and Bainbridge actually broke 80, is breaking 80 right now for our high, 81 degrees right now in Bainbridge. But overall, temperatures are fairly comfortable. It was a perfect beach day to head out along the coast, 72 in Apalachicola. And the radar is not showing much on the radar across the Big Bend region. We're keeping things fairly clear, which is what allowed us to heat up this afternoon, which is why it felt a little bit warm when you walked outside. But with the breeze, it allowed it to cool off a little bit, which made it feel kind of nice. And we do see the showers making their way on over. As this storm system actually creeps on over, we will see increased rain chances for tomorrow, heading into tomorrow, even a slight risk of some storms in some areas. But areas in the Mississippi River Valley are seeing some severe storm watches and warnings, even some individual tornado warnings for some areas as well. So for the futurecast, we will show the rain making its way on towards the south. As we take a look at what's going to happen tomorrow, we will see the elevated rain chances here in Tallahassee, North Florida. But by Sunday afternoon, we will have some nice clear skies and some cooler temperatures behind this storm. Tonight, though, if you're heading out in the next 30 minutes, 73 degrees at the SLC with the Star Wars Last Jedi. That will be at 7 p.m. It will be a nice, comfortable time to head outside and walk across campus to the SLC for that movie night. So for tonight, though, across the Big Bend region, wider picture, it's 56 degrees for Valdosta. They will be our cooler spot on the map, as well as 60 degrees for Monticello, Tallahassee, and Quincy. 62 degrees for Perry, as well as 63 degrees along the coast in St. Mark's. With that southerly wind, though, we are keeping things a little bit warmer along the coast and even here in Tallahassee as well. 67 degrees for Apalachicola. They could even see some 70 degrees heading throughout tonight, so it will be a bit of a warmer night for most areas here in the Big Bend region. For tomorrow, though, if you're heading out and about, even heading to the Tallahassee parade, that might be affected by the storm system that's heading throughout the afternoon. We even had some cancellation in plans for the Tallahassee Festival. 65 degrees when we wake up tomorrow morning, but the rain chances start to pick up by the afternoon. 73 degrees by 11 a.m. as well as 75 with a slight risk of some severe thunderstorms heading throughout the evening hours by 3 p.m. For tomorrow, though, we are keeping the temperatures warm, but we will have rain chances, so it will cool us off a little bit here and there by the afternoon. 75 degrees for the afternoon high in Tallahassee, 77 for Perry, as well as 74 for Apalachicola. So though these temperatures may seem comfortable and nice, it will be quite humid when you head outside because of the rain chances for tomorrow. 90% chance of rain for Saturday, 75 degrees, but as Sunday rolls along, we only have a slight chance of some storms in the afternoon, but Monday and Tuesday are when the rain chances start to pick back up again with another cold front that will be making its way on through. 50% chance of rain for Monday and Tuesday, but 78-degree high for Monday, so it's going to be warm and it's going to be a thunderstorm around.
That is yucky. Hot and it's raining.
But by the end of the week, it will be a nice one by the end of the week. We will have some sunnier skies making their way on through by Thursday and Friday.
Which will be very nice. I'll be back for that, so that'll be a really good time.
Yep, and actually, so right now we're going to give you a little bit of a preview for tomorrow. They're actually sending out some storm spotters for tomorrow's slight chance of severe weather. Basically, they've been activated for this weekend, and mainly for tomorrow afternoon for most areas. So Tallahassee and parts of North Florida are part of the slight risk of severe thunderstorms for Saturday, like I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, and if you don't know what a slight risk means, that includes the chance of first severe thunderstorms, also some strong wind speeds. You might be seeing those too as well. So yes, for 2 to 5% of the area might be seeing this. So it's not the whole Tallahassee area, but it may be parts that might see this severe weather.
Yeah, that's the definition of a slight chance for it. It generally means that there will be some severe weather, but mainly in isolated areas, and that includes scattered wind damage, scattered severe hail in some cases, and even some isolated tornadoes, though this might not be the case for tomorrow. Tomorrow will mainly just be a high wind weather event.
But it's always good to stay updated. Make sure you stay up to date with whether it's with FSU Weather, with our Twitter page, whether it's your local TV station. Make sure that you stay up to date because it can always change and you never know when it may affect your area.
Especially if you're heading out and about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like some Tallahassee Festival has actually been canceled. The parade hasn't been canceled for 10 a.m., but other things have been canceled for tomorrow. So it's good to stay up to date with all the things that are going around Tallahassee. As Margaret gives us a look at what's going on around Florida right now at the wall.
Thanks, guys. We're going to take a look at, this is tomorrow's severe weather outlook, and the area from Apalachicola through Tallahassee all the way through Georgia into the Carolinas is in what the Storm Prediction Center calls a slight risk for severe weather. And the primary risk for tomorrow is going to be the heavy winds associated with the thunderstorms. There's just a teeny little chance of tornadoes, but they are unlikely in the grand scheme of the weather for tomorrow. So the winds will be the primary event tomorrow. Strong winds, which could bring down a couple tree limbs, will be the big event for that severe weather there. Satellite and radar across Florida is nice and clear right now, though we do see some shower activity popping up in the Gulf. And the main shower activity, though, way off to our north still. That's going to be making its way south over the next 24 hours. Temperatures across the state are warm. South Florida is still seeing temperatures in the 80s, like Fort Myers and Tampa, which are both at 83. West Palm Beach and Miami have started to cool off. They're down at 79 right now. It's also muggy across much of Florida with dew points at least 50 degrees across the entire state. Tallahassee with that 55-degree dew point, and then a 63-degree dew point in Fort Myers, 65 for Miami. And that makes it feel like it's 84 degrees in Fort Myers. It's making it feel just that couple of degrees warmer than it actually is outside right now, just because we do have enough of that humidity in the air to make the temperatures feel just that little bit warmer. Our futurecast, the rain cold front does make its way through North Florida through the afternoon hours tomorrow, and will be leaving some spotty showers throughout the state of Florida. It'll make its way through South Florida overnight tomorrow night and into Sunday. For tonight's forecast, getting into the 60s for most of the state, low 60s for Tallahassee and Jacksonville and Gainesville, mid 60s to upper 60s for South Florida though, so if anyone's heading home for a weekend break as we get close to the end of the semester, Orlando, 65 degrees, West Palm Beach, 69, and Miami, 71 degrees for tonight. That's more of a summertime low temperature than a mid-spring low temperature, so I don't know how you feel about that. If you like summer, you're looking forward to it. For tomorrow's forecast, the rain and clouds will keep Tallahassee a bit cooler in the mid-70s, but then places where the front won't be reaching until Sunday could be getting into the mid and upper 80s, like Fort Myers and Orlando at 86, West Palm Beach and Miami getting really close to that 90-degree mark, even though it's only early April. But I'm going to hand things off to Sarah now to bring things back to our local weather.
Thanks, Margaret. So today was a really nice day. We made it to the end of the week. It's crazy, really, how fast it went by. I don't know about you, but it went by really quickly. But today was really nice. We did see a couple of some fluffier clouds out, because yesterday we just more saw just those wispy high altitude clouds, but we did see a few clouds come up, and the clouds will continue to build up as that cold front is going to be moving through our area. But as that sun sets, it's pretty much clear skies, and it's really nice outside for that evening. Currently, it's still warm at 77 degrees. It's mostly sunny, but we have that cool breeze from the south at 14 miles per hour, making it actually a bit bearable. But if you don't like the warm temperatures, it's a bit But it's really nice outside. The clouds will continue, as I said, to come. These dew points are a bit muggy as that cold front is starting to make its way through, and also these winds, when I get to the next graphic, are really going to show that these winds are coming up from the south, really bringing in this moisture from the Gulf. 55 in Tallahassee, Apalachicola at 67, and 61 in Bainbridge. So pretty muggy throughout, and these dew points will increase as this frontal system will come through our area tomorrow. As the winds are coming from the south, are really what are fueling this cold front, as it's going to be moving through our area, bringing these slightly cooler temperatures. We're going to have a little bit of break from these warmer high, almost closer to 80 degrees. And as we get on through the graphic, there's that cold front sitting right over by the Mississippi and Tennessee area, we're going to bring these cooler temperatures in, and as we get through onto Saturday, that cold front will be moving through, bringing in the shift of the winds to the north, bringing in that dry air that we're going to be hoping to see. So chapsticks, keep your chapsticks at hand, because when that cold front has gone through, it will be dry again. For the cold front, it's going to come through. We're going to see a couple of scattered showers by the morning time, but not too heavy until we get into the afternoon. That's when that cold front's really going to push through, bringing in those heavier showers. We're still going to maybe get a few little showers behind the front, and those cloud cover will continue to stay through the end of the night. But for tonight, it's going to be pretty nice. It's not going to be too hot, and it's not going to be too cold. So perfect temperatures out. 60 degrees in Tallahassee, all around it, in Quincy and Monticello as well. 63 in St. Mark's, a little bit warmer there in Apalachicola, but still not too shabby. It's not that bad. But for tomorrow, we're going to have a cool down as that cold front is going to come in. So even though these temperatures look really nice, we're going to have that rain. So 75 for Tallahassee, 74 for St. Mark's. Bainbridge out there getting those cooler temperatures at 72. So really nice temperatures are going to be coming our way soon. For the springtime Tallahassee, it's going to be 75 degrees. We're going to have those rain. So since the parade is still going on, that may change. So make sure you check the event website for those updates. But for the 7-day forecast, Saturday is where we're going to get that really high chance of rain. So make sure your umbrella is with you. But for the rest of the week, it's going to be really nice. We're going to have a slight cool down as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, since we're going to have another frontal system. But for Thursday and Friday, the sun will come out. So it'll be a really nice day, but those temperatures will increase. But for now, I'm going to send it over to the desk to close us.
Thanks, Sarah. I love 7 days when we've got lows in the mid-40s, but then our highs still get in the mid-70s. You get a taste of the warm and the cold.
Yeah, and actually the rain chances will help to alleviate some of the drought conditions here in northern Tallahassee and northern Georgia. But Monday
and the pollen for allergy sufferers.
Yes, but Monday and Tuesday aren't looking too good if you're heading outside, have any outdoor plans, or even walking across campus. 50% chance of rain for Monday and Tuesday heading into the work week. But the main thing is for tomorrow, that severe outlook. So so make sure you have a way to get some updates heading into tomorrow.
Yep. Make sure you've got some sort of weather app on your phone that'll notify you, or if you're going to be at home all day, just leave the TV on as background noise, or have a NOAA weather radio. Make sure that's plugged in and turned on, so that if we get any severe thunderstorms, that you'll be notified. I know it wouldn't be any fun to be in the middle of something and suddenly the power goes out because a limb fell down a couple blocks away.
Yeah, so you can also follow us on Twitter for any severe weather updates, twitter.com/FSU weather.
Like us on Facebook.com/FSU weather. We'll post any updates if anything happens here in Tallahassee.
And you can also watch us live on YouTube. I hope you're watching us live right now on Facebook, on YouTube.
And we have an Instagram as well. Send us your pictures on any of our social media platforms, and we might retweet you or feature them on the show if you're okay with that.
Yeah, but for now, we're actually going to send things off. I'm student meteorologist Jennifer Collins.
And I'm student meteorologist Margaret Hollis.
Have a good evening.
Have a great night and have a safe weekend.